Canis was on my second property of the night. Spied this coyote while driving into the pasture. Got out of the truck, headed off to meet him. And he's somewhere on the other side of the fence, and I don't know where the gate is. Looks like he's down right there as I'm searching for the gate. Carpe Sus, I spied this hog at the far end of the pasture. Since hogs were my goal for the night, I headed off after the hog, but it moved off property. And in the meantime, I spied this coyote right here, and one way off in the distance behind the hill that you see. Well, that's the one that was behind the hill. You're going to see the other one that I chased over to this area. Now I've moved up to a slightly higher position. This is the coyote that was in the back. Never want to see these animals suffer if I can help it. So we had 2 quick shots. I don't see the other coyote anywhere around. And I can't tell if he's just going through the curly shuffle or possibly he's still alive. I decide he may still be alive. And that definitely finishes him off. Well, headed back out across the pasture again, noticed that there were hogs on the neighbor's property. All the small dots that you see there are hogs. You'll notice some of them are moving around quite a bit. They're in amongst the cattle. And I scared up this coyote in the process. There's that bull again. Here I'm going to try to slow him down. First I'll try lip squeaking.
Hey! Woo!
When that doesn't work, drop them right there. And he turned out to be another male coyote.
Brass Catcher by Tactical Brass Recovery.
So I took off again. Saw this coyote coming in from another pasture. Met it here above the tank. Fortunately, he stood still for me. And that was the 3rd confirmed male coyote for the night. While I was finishing up, scanned, noticed that there were hogs on the other side of the creek, on the south side of the property. And I headed off in their direction, stopping here on my side of the creek for a scan. They're out there about 400 to 450 yards from where I am. They're all on the neighbor's property at this point. However, they may come onto this property. So I make the decision to go ahead and change out my batteries on the scope and head across the creek. Here we are 20 minutes later. And as near as I can determine, there's only 2 or 3 of those hogs that are actually on my side of the fence at this point. And most of them seem to be moving parallel to the fence, staying on the opposite side. However, there's the big one that you see in the middle of the screen right there. That is on my side. And then 1 or 2 of these up to the right. So I'm just waiting it out to see what develops. And if you look closely, you can see fence posts in front of some of the hogs indicating that they're on the neighbor's property. But the big hog is definitely on my side. Here I'm just getting squared up on my rifle as the large hog continues off to the left. And I decide that he's going to be my target of opportunity. Alright, here we go. First shot connects, second, and the third shot finally brings him down. And sure enough, all the other hogs take off for the tree line on the neighbor's property. Well, the big hog came in at 260 pounds, and to my surprise, he actually had exit wounds, which I would not expect on a hog this large from Federal Spear TNT 90 grain bullets. There I am for scale. He also had a good set of cutters on him. And now looking at shot placement, the bullet impacted just slightly low and right of where I was aiming, was undoubtedly lethal, crossing all the way through and at least part of the bullet exiting after 15 inches of penetration. And it's a good thing that shot was lethal because both of the follow-up shots impacted in the left hip region. Looking at the lead on the first shot, it was just in front of the bore, impacted in the hip. Lead on the second shot, well in front of the bore, also impacted in the hip, but that's what finally brought him down. And here you can see the exit wound on the opposite side from probably both of the bullets, crossing through and penetrating a total of 10 to 12 inches. Carpe sus, my friends.